Why is it that so many people knock Malinois when it comes to dog training?
Sometimes it could be a cop out for somebody to be, he could do it, but with the Malinois.
Yeah.
Well, let me see you do it with the Malinois.
Yeah.
Then let me see you do
Yeah.
it. Larry Hansen, who is at some point going to be on our podcast as well. She titled she played in French Ring 3. I'm not sure if she got both of her legs of French Ring 3 or what, but she played at French Ring 3 with a pit bull. She was playing up there, and there's Malinois that never play up there. Mm-hmm. And so you could say the dog all day. I say it's your dedication and your consistency, and obviously the dog that you have and your team. If you don't like a Malinois, if you don't like the German Shepherd or whatever, don't mess with it. But I think it is it's wrong to knock people for doing what they're doing. Basically, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you ain't got to say it at all. What is up, everyone? This is our first podcast, Elevated Canine Podcast, with my co-host Roel.
What's up, y'all? What's up? How you guys doing?
So this, the intent of this podcast is to obviously bring you guys some more value regarding dog training, as well as other things. We're gonna have different people on the podcast, but my goal is to bring people on that could add value either with your dog training or just in life. What do you think, Royal?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool to see different aspects of dog training too, not just the sports stuff, not just the pet stuff. It'll be nice to see, some scent work, some herding training, different types of dog training, not just what you see on a regular basis from us.
Yep. So earlier I asked on Instagram, for people to hit us up with some questions regarding, just what, if anything they want us to cover on the podcast. And we did get a couple, and I'm going to read one right now. And this is a good one, I think, to start with for our first podcast. And it is, how was your style developed over time, and what influenced it the most? And that was a Teachable Canine. All right, so I would say what developed my style was a whole bunch of different trainers. It wasn't just one trainer and a bunch of different dogs. It wasn't just one dog. As most of you that follow us know that, I started with the Cane Corso breed, and it's a little bit different training a Cane Corso than it is a Malinois or a German Shepherd, and every dog is different. But with that being said, some within the breed, you'll have really good ones that offer, that have really good genetics that allow for us to work, and some that don't. And so, anyways, that is what developed my style, the different dogs that I was working with. Sometimes you get some dogs with like low drive, and you got to, figure things out. And then you got some with medium drive, and I think those are the hardest ones because they make you feel like you're doing really good and then not so good. And then you have the dogs like Guapo that have all the drive and good genetics for you to work with, and are easy to work with. As far as what trainers I follow, I want to say Michael Ellis is probably one of the main ones that I followed, that kind of formed my style around. Then we got Bart Bellin, and again, I have trained with many people and I have taken things from different trainers, but I think those are my two main influences when it comes to dog training. What's up with you, Royal?
When I first started getting into dogs and dog training, it was obviously to train my own pet dog. And the first, I guess, real trainer I'd learned from was a video cassette that I saw on an infomercial on TV, and it was the perfect dog trainer.
I think that dude's probably been running that same commercial for like 25 years.
Don Sullivan, the perfect dog trainer. Yeah. And it worked for my first dog, but when I used that style of training on my next dog, I ran into some issues because he wasn't having it. He just started shutting down, and he wasn't handling the pressure the way my first dog did. So from there, I went and reached out to a couple of friends and got me in contact with Oscar. So now, I've learned things from other people as well, but that was very little. Everything I know as of right now, I've learned from Oscar and some of the other trainers on our staff as well who have influenced me. You can learn from everybody, right? Regardless of who you're with. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, It doesn't, and then you pick and choose. And right now, I'm trying to eat the meat and spit out the bones from everybody that I see. And I'm still developing my style. I'm a very new trainer. I've only been with Oscar for about 8 months now, and from here on, it's just more growth, and I get what I can from who I can.
Yep. And another thing too, it's funny because I remember, like, so I had Guapo, and then I ended up getting Luca, which is a Rottweiler who is now owned by my brother Christian. And I remember a trainer that has been in dog sports for many years saying something to Christian of like, oh, you can't work that dog like a Malinois. You got to work him like a Rottweiler. But the dog, the genetics of the dog served itself for it to. I mean, it looked like Wapo when he was healing. It looked like it looked like a Malinois, if that's what you want to call it. But it was more my style of training that made that picture. I think not necessarily. I didn't look at the dog as like, oh, it's this breed. I never said, oh, I'm gonna approach this differently because it's a Rottweiler. I just approached it the way I know dog training. And I think sometimes, a lot of people, they'll hinder the ability of a dog because they don't see him or see her, like a dog. They see it like the breed, and necessarily they don't take in, consideration what the dog has to offer. So Luca had everything. Luke, it wasn't just a dog that, that I had to bring more energy out of or anything like that. The dog was intense, and that's why he has done what he has done. And obviously with the training of Christian, they've gone on to do some good things. Yeah. So yeah.
Here's a question that I have. I guess. Why is it that so many people knock Malinois when it comes to dog training? You always hear people, oh yeah, but it's a Mal. What is that? I mean, I get that they're high level and they're really good dogs, but why do people hate on the Malinois when it comes to people in dog training?
Listen, man, I think just like anything else, people are gonna, is the Malinois more designed to do certain things? Is a Cane Corso ever gonna beat a Malinois in Frenching? The answer is no. Why? Because the Malinois has been bred for many years for these tasks, for ring sport. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you're never going to get that. You're never going to turn a Volkswagen into a Ferrari. Yeah. I get that part of it. However, it comes with its own difficulties.
For sure.
And which, it might not be the same difficulties you're going to have with a different dog, but it's still going to have issues. Now, not every Malinois is the same. You're going to get, I've had some that just didn't work for me, and I had to, I just parted ways with them. Some are doing search and rescue, some are doing other things. So, but I think that really it's sometimes it could be a cop out for somebody to be, he could do it, but with the Malinois. Yeah. Well, let me see you do it with the Malinois then. Let me see you do it. But a lot of people would rather just not even mess with it. Why? Because they're like, oh no, my breed is this breed, and they'll be there for 20 years and still not accomplish too much. Mm-hmm. With that breed. And then you have people that are like, no, this is my breed, and they actually go on and accomplish things. And my thing is, could you have gotten to a higher level with the Malinois with the right genetics? And 100%, yeah, you could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, it comes with, and it's all levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I won 2 regionals doesn't mean that I'm going to go and win 2 nationals. There's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that people, if you don't like a Malinois, if you don't like the German Shepherd or whatever, don't mess with it. But I think it is it's wrong to knock people for doing what they're doing. Basically, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you ain't got to say it at all.
Yeah, the way I see it is, if you're a good trainer and you have a good dog, your dog's gonna perform regardless of what the breed is. I do think it's a cop-out. Yeah, but he's got a Mal. Well, that doesn't mean just because this guy knows how to train his Mal, he's not going to be able to train another breed of dog. That doesn't make any sense. A good trainer is a good trainer, and a good dog is a good dog regardless.
Yep. Now, I can't say that, the Malinois did give me more to work with. Like, so, for example, in a Cane Corso, you could probably do 2 sessions with them, and they're going to be gassed out. While if you have a Malinois, you might be able to bring them out 5 times, and he's going to give you that same energy.
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of my problems, I think, too, because I was so into the training, I was so obsessed with it that I would overtrain sometimes. You know, and then overtraining with my Connie Corso, he was like, "Yo, I'm over this." You know, and then I got a Malinois, and I was like, "Yo, I could train all day with this dog." You know, so in that sense, you know, it is easier. You know, when you have a dog with the right genetics. But you could have a Corso that has amazing genetics, and you can get a lot more out of it, you know, than from a Corso that doesn't have the drive to do the work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm sure there are Malinois out there who haven't gotten their, what is it? What does Benny have? IPO1?
the IGP1, yeah.
Benny's got an IGP1. You know, a good dog is a good dog. You can have a Malinois that's not a good dog, and you trial it, and it's never going to get to a place that another dog of a quote unquote, I'm not going to say lesser breed, of a different breed who did really well.
Yep.
You know, a good dog is where you find it, and a good trainer is a good trainer.
Yep.
Regardless of, sure, you may get there, it may take longer to get there, but the point is they got there.
Yep. Larry Hansen, who is, you know, at some point going to be on our podcast as well. She titled she played in French Ring 3. I'm not sure if she got both of her legs of French Ring 3 or what, but she played at French Ring 3 with a pit bull. And, you know, it took a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. But, you know, she was playing up there. And there's Malinois that never play up there. And so you could say the dog all day. I say it's your dedication and your consistency and obviously the dog that you have and your team at the end of the day. What makes the difference.
For sure.
Let me see. I think I got one more question. And then, all right, the question is, what to focus on with puppies who will become working dogs? From Saint Rock? How do you pronounce that? Saint Rock Canine Academy?
Yeah.
From Chris Gutierrez. Shout out to Chris. This is what one of the main things I would focus on with a puppy is the language. First of all, making sure that he has the right confidence. So getting him out into different places, different environments, making sure you make him a very confident, stable pup. That should be number one. You have a good relationship with the pup, and you get him out. You know, the second thing would be to create a language that the puppy's going to understand, whether it be your markers or whatever you want to use, but create something that you know, that the puppy's going to understand. A clear communication with the dog from the beginning. That is always something that, you know, that is very important to me. So those are the two main things. And then obviously creating a dog that really enjoys working, that pushes you to work. Those three things right there, I think, are the base of what can create a good working dog.
Awesome.
So, yeah. But anyways, I think we should probably wrap this one up. It's our first one, so we're going to make it short, nice and short.
Yeah.
You know, thank you guys for checking it out and listening to us. And to the next one, make sure you guys, remember, elevate your mind.
Elevate your canine.
Let's go.